Acrisius, the king of Argos, was warned by the oracle of Delphi that his own grandson would kill him. Fearing the prophecy of oracle that never goes wrong, Acrisius decided to lock her only daughter, Danae, into an underground bronze chamber to ensure that no man would ever touch her. But god Zeus saw the girl and fell in love with her. He took form of a raindrop and got into a chamber where he made love with Danae. Danae gave birth to a son whom she named Perseus. King Acrisius, after coming to know this, decided to kill the grandson and the mother. But he didn't want to offend the Jews, so he locked them into a wooden chest and threw the chest in the stormy sea. Zeus was watching this, so he asked Poseidon to calm the seawater, who did the same. After a few days, Danae and Perseus floated to the island of Cetus that was owned by King Polydectes. They were found by a fisherman named Dictys, the younger brother of King Polydectes. He took them to his home where they would be safe. As Perseus grew under the care of fishermen, King Polydectes fell for Danae and offered to marry her. She refused. Polydectes assumed that the reason of her refusal was Perseus, so he decided to remove him out of the way. He sent Perseus to a difficult task to prove his braveness. Kill the fearsome Gorgon Medusa and bring back her head. Gorgon Medusa was a priestess of Athena before she turned into a monster with snakes in her head. She could turn anyone into stone that looked her face. Polydectes was sure that Perseus would not survive this dangerous task. But he didn't know that Perseus was blessed by gods as they came forward to help him. God Hermes gave him a curved sword and a white-winged horse. Goddess Athena gave him a mirror of polished bronze. God Hades gave him a cap that would make invisible anyone who would wear it. With these, Perseus began his journey to the lair of Medusa. He found the lair and entered. Medusa was sleeping at that time. He flew around being invisible under the cap and approached by looking at her reflection in the mirror to avoid direct eye contact. He cut off her head with the sword of Hermes and carefully kept her head in a special bag. While on the way to his home, he saw the helpless chained Andromeda waiting to be devoured by a sea monster. Perseus immediately fell in love with her and killed Cetus the beast. He married her and took her home. On returning to the island of Cetus with his wife Andromeda, Perseus found Polydectes is still pursuing his unwilling mother. Poor Polydectes was soon turned to stone by Perseus, showing the head of Medusa. Perseus was offered the kingship, but he refused, and made Dictys the fisherman king of the island instead. Perseus gave his flying horse, mirror, and magical cap to god Hermes. He also gave the head of Medusa to goddess Athena. After that, our hero Perseus decided to leave Cetus and return to Argos with his whole family, keeping it a secret from King Acrisius. One day, Perseus took part in a discus throwing competition. While throwing the discus, he accidentally struck his grandfather and instantly killed him, validating the old prophecy. Naturally, the kingdom of Argos passed on to Perseus, but he considered himself unworthy of it, since he had caused his grandfather's death, even by accident. So he exchanged kingdom of Argos with Megapenthes' kingdom of Tiryns, where the family happily settled. They rose 7 sons and 1 daughter who became great heroes in time. This is the legends and the lore where the myths and legends come alive.